The Process of Paradigm Change, Part 1. Laura and I recently began rereading Brian McLaren's novel, A New Kind of Christian. In the introduction, he talks about the process of paradigm change, stability, discontinuity, disembedding, transition, and reformation. As he described what each of these stages meant, I began to recall specific events in my life that fit within these categories. Over the next few posts, I'll be going through each of these stages and telling my story. When appropriate, I'll give other examples from the Bible, my friends, and quotations from others who experienced similar shifts in thinking. Today, we'll simply define these 5 stages so that you can begin comparing them to your own life as we go on a journey together over this upcoming week. Stability. Stability is when everything is working as intended. The explanations you were given in Sunday school and from the pulpit are satisfactory. Any questions you might ask have already been answered by the good men and women who came before you. Brian McLaren likens this stage to Dorothy of The Wizard of Oz, living happily in Kansas. Discontinuity. The answers and theories that made you feel comfortable and safe before don't provide that same security. Things aren't off the rails quite yet, but you may go home from Sunday morning services feeling that something must be off. This stage, as Brian describes, is reflected socially in Dorothy's run-ins with her witchy neighbor, psychologically in her desire to run away, and physically in the approaching thunderstorm. Disembedding. Eventually we find ourselves present in the Sunday assembly, but not present. There, but not there. Like Dorothy being carried away by a tornado, we begin to disconnect from our present situation. Transition. In this stage, one begins their departure from the old world. When Dorothy first arrived in Oz, there was a lot of Kansas still in her. It took her time to adjust to her new surroundings. She wasn't in the new world quite yet, but the journey had begun. Reformation. With the new world before us, we decide to dive right in. We may find friends like the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion to accompany us who have their own needs and desires, but together we go headfirst into a fun, scary, and perhaps even mysterious journey. The Hourglass. As Brian does in his book, one may liken this to an hourglass on its side. The left-hand side is spacious and comfortable at first, but as you move towards the middle, it becomes kind of cramped. In this stage, a person or group may begin to complain about the old way, how it doesn't work as well as they thought it did. Another word for this process is called deconstruction. Then, people slowly begin to reconstruct. They come up with new theories and answers as they design this new paradigm. During this stage, they must battle with their inner voice that longs for the comfort of the old way, even if they don't believe that it works. There's also a fear of those in the left side of the hourglass. Their judgment, which may include withholding financial support, may be just enough to keep one stuck in that cramped section of the hourglass where they know the answers don't work, but at the same time, they can't venture too far without enduring the wrath of their predecessors. Finally, freedom. One ventures into the open space on the right-hand side of the hourglass, and for now this new paradigm offers brand new freedom and possibilities. Of course, the time will come when new questions, people, or ideas present themselves and the process starts over. I look forward to sharing with you my story over the next few articles. Perhaps something I say will help you on your own journey. By the way, if you're listening to this, I invite you to my new website, danielr.net. DanielR.net, pretty simple. I'm going to be moving labornotinvain.com to DanielR.net over 2022. A lot of it has already been moved, but I have to move like the store items, the free downloads or whatever. It's called the store, but it's all free except for like one thing that you have to get off Amazon anyways. But I'm going to be moving all that stuff over the next year. And so if you would like any of that, or if you'd like to go to the new website, please do, and subscribe there so that you can receive my articles directly to your inbox. Hope you have a great day, and God bless.